Make you feel so good when you fucking with a baddie. Baddie, 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 baddie. When you fucking with a baddie. Baddie. Baddie, 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 baddie.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Baddy Lyfe podcast. I am your host, Raquel Santiago, aka Rocky the Baddest. And I got another The Baddest here today. We got a bad boy in the building. So I'm super excited about it. We're going to go through everything. We're going to talk about everything. And I just wanted to tell you guys, make sure you hit me up on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and fuck, I forgot the other one. But it's okay. It's in the description down below. So with that being said, I'm not sure if you guys are caught up on the Bad Boys Club. But I got William the Baddest here, and we're going to talk about it all. Welcome, William.
What's up? What's up? It's your boy, William the Baddest. So you got to say it like that, the Baddest.
The Baddest.
Yeah, there you go, like a goat. So, ew, there we go with that thing again.
How's it going, boo? Welcome to the Baddy Lyfe.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot, and a lot of triggering moments. It's a lot. Like, I mean, I feel like being a bad boy, there's so many different aspects to it than just walking around saying I'm gonna beat your ass every day and actually having to beat bitches' asses every 5 minutes.
Right.
Like, it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. So it's been going. It's been going.
How are you feeling? Like, we're gonna talk about the show, but I want to talk about you and like how you feel and like what you're going through and like, you know what I mean? Like, talk about things that matter, because I know that being on TV is not the easiest thing in the world. So, before we get into that, like, where are you from exactly?
So I grew up in outside of New Orleans, in like St. Tammany Parish until I was 13. And I had lost my mom and dad to like drugs during that time. It was right after Katrina. And then I went with like this person I knew. I wouldn't say family. I would just say somebody I knew. And I went to Dallas, and I spent some time in South Dallas, and I wasn't even in school for like 3 years. And then when I was like 16, I went and checked into a school, and then I graduated. I was really smart already. I already knew my shit.
Good for you.
And then when I was 20, I moved to LA. But I always dreamed, like, I never really had family and stuff. So it's like that was already hard enough.
Right.
So it's like just all you have is like kind of like the streets. I mean, I wouldn't say like the hood, but I would just say literally like all
on
you
your
have
own.
is the hustle and the drive. And if you lack any of those two criterias, then you have nothing.
Right. You lost your parents like at the same time, or like?
Well, like my mom, like she was a young mother, and I was the baby, and she had us like she was like 16. So it's like she had went and like she was real pretty, like you, and but she had a battle with drugs, heroin and crack and pills,
Yeah.
And so she went off, and since she was she was pretty and paid, she went off with some older men, and I never saw her again. And then my father, he had just had a drug addiction problem, and it didn't end well. So that's where we ended. And
so are they still like alive? You just
I think my father's in prison for murder or somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes people talk to me, but I never saw them again. Like, they just left. Like,
so they just disappeared. Like,
well, my mother,
could be alive?
She left. Yeah, my mother could be alive. She couldn't. I'm not sure. I don't hear about her, but
Okay.
I have seen like articles on the news of my father being in prison for murder and stuff like that.
Oh my God, boo. That must be tough.
Yeah.
I feel you on that though, because my parents had like the same type of battles. Thank God my mom was able to like change her life for us. But my dad, he was basically in prison my whole life, so I know how that feels.
Yeah. So yeah, and for me, it's like not having them at such early age in a criteria where like you're gay or you're turning into an adult, or I mean, I was fucking 13 and I just went through Katrina and we survived that, and seeing bodies floating when I was a kid and out of Louisiana, out of New Orleans, it's like, whoa.
Oh my God.
So it's like, yeah, so that was a lot. And for some reason, like when I had went with my friend to Dallas, and he was older. He was an older man, and he might have dabbled with like selling drugs and stuff. So he kind of like taught me like things and how to like move and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's like but still like not having like that type of like family or like that type of love
Foundation, support,
or like
all
support.
that.
All you have is what you see like on television and you see other kids having, and you want that lifestyle so bad, and you want to go to college, or you don't have to, but you want to be a star, you know. I mean, I didn't.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just want that normality and that love and all of that stuff, and so you look for that shit in people. Right. And we live in a cold world, so that's hard to find. So you end up, you just say, fuck it, I'm gonna just go, I'm gonna have a dream. And really it was like the music and watching people's stories and that stuff really just inspired me to like really just go so full into music and acting and just pursuing the dream, you know what I mean? And moving out to California. Like when I was 18, I was on that show, The X Factor, and I was in front of Britney Spears when I was a kid, and like Simon Cowell, and they were like, you need a teacher to teach you how to sing, you're never gonna make it. And it was like, I was like, yo, I've been criticized by like the biggest people as a child. No one can tell me anything. So like when the hatred comments come, or like, you know, being on television.
Yeah, I want to ask you about these comments because I wasn't sure if it was like a couple weeks ago, but I saw that you posted something like about being on TV, like I'm really a good person, I'm really this, and it sounded like you were trying to like, you know, stick up for yourself to like all the hate comments, like I'm a good person, like it's just what they show on TV, it is what it is. But like I really felt you on that because, you know, like TV and any scene could just fuck it up for you.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
what I mean?
Well, there was the scene that fucked it up for me when I left, and it was like, you know, this was the first ever to happen, and the girls, the gay boys and the straight guys, mostly the gay boys, they wanted this type of show for forever. Yeah. And it's like they see someone who got it and they didn't. First of all, they hate you, but they're gonna ride for you regardless and try to live through you. And then if you leave, they're like, yeah, what the fuck. So for me, I had triggering moments that happened on television, and in those very moments it was triggering, because you know what, being in that house and being bullied, or like being taken advantage of, or like being like coming out of nowhere, now you gotta hit me in my face, now we gotta fight. Like you get me off guard. Like I always thought, you know, oh, it's gonna build up, or if you give them a reason to fight you, they're gonna fight you, not just you come out of nowhere and start punching me. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that first scene, like really, like I think Relly is so funny.
He's a good type of messy.
He is. But then it's like, you know, like you guys been waiting to be on a show like this forever, like be on Bad Girls Club. So sometimes like it makes you act out in ways where you're like, fuck, like why'd I even do that? And I know he was shit faced because you could just tell by his eyes. He was just gone.
Hey, it's good television, right?
I mean, yes, but like I was upset, like not upset, but I was like, damn, like I had high hopes for him. I still like him now because I feel like he redeemed himself. But
he's entertaining.
I definitely didn't like that first fight, because it was like,
well, no, here's the thing. It was like they were already comparing me. There's two white boys, and the rest of people are like black, and there's one Latino. So let's see the two white boys go at it. Let's get a key out of it.
And you guys are both not fighters,
right? And it was like, I was like, oh fuck. It's like, now I gotta prove myself. Who's the baddest? You're such. I was like, listen, before Bad Boys Club, before all of this, I've been William the Baddest for many years, and I didn't just change my name for that. Oh, change your name? No, it's been like this for a long time. Do the research, check my catalog. I've worked with some of the best people. I've been on television, MTV, and other platforms for a minute now. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, just coming from doing that type of television to doing this reality TV show on Zeus, and what people fail to realize that you guys did Bad Girls Club on Oxygen. Yeah. This is Bad Boys, mind you, boys on Zeus. Not that Zeus is bad. Zeus is a dope network. They're the #1 right now in reality TV, but it's real, and it can get realer. And these are boys. They hit hard. So it's like you either got to roll with the punches or not roll at all. And if you are there, you were chosen to be, let's say, this specific narrative. And if you didn't want to be that narrative, then they would have found somebody else to do it. And it's either do it for your brand and get your brand out there, because millions of people are going to see you regardless whether you're getting beat up or not. They're going to know your name. They're going to know your face. And
falling in the pool. But we'll talk about that later. That's like towards the end.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, that's what it is. I'm saying the hate comments all day. You know what? If you send me a hate comment, it's the block button for you, baby. Hundreds and hundreds of times a day.
Does it affect you? Like, does it like bring you down at all?
I mean, because I'm a loving person and I have heart, and I don't know. I'm a Cancer too. We're sensitive and emotional.
Oh my God. We're water signs. I'm a Scorpio. You know, I would say back in the day when I first was on TV, and like when the blogs, like for the most part, like my fans on my page were nice, right? But then when you go to the blogs, it's like just trashing you, like fucking like you are not a human being. And before, I used to always read them, and like I'd be like, oh, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. But after a while of reading all that shit, like it just does something to you. You know what I mean?
does.
Even though you don't care, it still puts a damper on how you feel about yourself. So like that was like one of my biggest like advice for people would be like, don't read the comments. Like Miley Cyrus said this shit, and I was like, I listened to her because I was like, bitch, these people don't matter. But sometimes it's hard to not see the hate.
No,
you know?
I'll be on live and I won't even read the comments. And then I'll see the one back. I'm like, fuck you, block, bitch. Like, wait, they wanted you to get upset. What are you doing?
Yeah,
You're falling
block
for
is
it.
my favorite too. Like if I see anything, I'm like, block. Who are you?
I wish Instagram had a one-step block button. Just block them. Okay, instead of having to block and then this and then that and then
Yeah, no, but you know what? Fuck that shit. The haters are just fucking haters, and like they wish they were in your shoes. Period. You know
exactly. And I feel like it's when they're not saying anything is when you should be worried. So it's like, yeah.
I mean, like you said, you know, all publicity is good.
No,
bad publicity, good publicity, all fucking is the same shit. But so do you feel like you were shown in the best light?
How do we answer this? My ass crack all over Twitter. Plumber butt. Plumber William.
Okay. Is there anything you wish you could have done differently? Or
I just wish that I could have went. You know what? When you're sometimes when you're in that type of situation, you're in your head, and I was always in my head and not in the moment. So, and when I go back and look, I was like, dang, I wish I could just go crazy. You know, like when you get to the reunion, you're like, no, fuck you, I don't give a, I was tired of this fucking shit. So it's like, I'm going to fuck everything up even if I can't. So it's like it's all built up because you're getting all the hate and all of it's just built up. So it's like when you're watching, it's like, damn, I wish I would have did this differently. I wish I wouldn't have been emotionally like having other things going on in my mind or trying to figure out like what scene is about to happen, what setup is about to happen.
Well,
because you don't know what's about to happen.
Paranoid sometimes too, because you know, they do set shit up. They definitely influence, and I'm not just talking about Zeus. I'm talking about
everything.
Any network.
Any network.
Especially if it's like ratchet of reality. Like you never know. Like even for that scene when Milan.
Okay.
When he brought his friend to the show, like. And then wait, is he part of the cast now? Is he part of the fucking cast now?
I think he Rio was brought to the house, and I think what had happened was
they added him to the cast.
They added him to the cast. I feel as if because, you know, Milan made a big thing. You know, Milan's a really dope person as well. It's just like, I'm not sure if he should have been the person that they brought in.
I feel like this, like Milan, yes. I mean, I'm
not talking about the friend. He shouldn't have brought his friend in because what supposedly happened is that Gutta went and called his friend up and said, hey, you come to here since Milan's friend gets to come here.
Right. That's what I was going to say. I was like, so we're just inviting cast members now?
I feel like that was a big thing, but everyone knows like, okay, this cast member that Gutta is inviting is a big social media influencer. Oh, it's going to be great. You know, ratings, it's going to be good TV. It's going to be good following.
Right.
So yeah, why not get him here?
Right.
So it's like, yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, then everybody should be able to bring their bestie.
Right.
The fuck? Like, that's not fucking fair. Because, I mean, anybody could act crazy when their best friend's there because you know that they're going to have your back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think Rio and Jonathan can't see. And here's also the thing. If I would have never left, you guys wouldn't have gotten Jonathan. And he's one of the biggest fights. The whole world wants to see this whole season.
Oh my God, I know.
So if I wouldn't have left, you wouldn't have got Jonathan. But hey, you guys get a 2 for 1. Okay?
Yeah. I mean, I like everybody. I'm not biased, you know what I mean? At all. Like you guys all play your part. I mean, I've been in reality TV for a while and I just understand. But I was just thinking like Milan, he definitely like, you know, thinks he's like, you know, top dog.
Well, I feel like because Milan's a little older, they always talk about everyone's being old as fuck in the house. I mean, I'm still in my 20s.
Fuck y'all. We're still young.
We're still the night is young and we're all gonna die, right? But it's like they're like, oh, because Milan has done this television stuff and he's been on reality and he was the first to this and this. So
they find him very valuable.
He's valuable because I also felt like, you know, Zeus is dope and everything, but I felt like the more following you have, the more camera time you got.
Right.
Or the more narrative you can control. And that's the thing about this reality shows. It's like, that's why even like you or even like Snooki or they go and create their own podcast so they can have their own narrative created instead of the one that everyone sees.
Yes.
So thank God for social media and going live because everyone can see who you really are.
Yeah, no, definitely. I would just say like, I like everybody. Milan, he's definitely like, he has like the leader type of like, you know, just mentality, which is cool. Like, I mean, same here for me. Like,
I think Milan was definitely like my favorite. Like he was the only one that was actually nice to me.
Yes,
if there was any nice at all, even though he said some shady shit. Like,
it's okay.
So in this, we'll get to it whenever you want to talk about the recent episode.
Yeah, no, definitely. When you're saying like, when you create your own platforms, like it gives you like your own avenue to speak. I was on, a previous podcast with, Bad and Bougie, and it was her podcast, and I was just like, I was already planning on making my own, but my manager was like, you should just, start one with her or start this one with her and like just see how it goes. And like, I was like, okay, fine, like whatever. Like I'm a team player, but at the end of the day, like it wasn't mine. It wasn't my voice. I couldn't just be me and like, just like say whatever the fuck I wanted. Cause like at the end of the day, like I'm a leader too. Like I'm not really a follower at all. So
no, definitely.
I definitely feel you on that. Okay. So how many shows have you been on? I know you were on like a Catfish show.
Yeah, I was on Catfish twice.
Who catfished? You were the catfish or they catfished you?
Well, both. So there's a guy who lives here in Vegas, actually, who moved from LA. So what happens for the first season I was on was season 7, episode 25, where I was the catfish with Flashman Dallas Wade. He was the model. He was on Top Model and a lot of different shows, and he became like one of the first millionaires from OnlyFans because he had started it before the pandemic. And so I brought OnlyFans to MTV. So that's after I brought OnlyFans to MTV. No one knew what it was. This was pre-pandemic. So right when pandemic hit, everyone watched that episode back and back and back again because the word OnlyFans was so viral because of Beyonce, etc. And I had so that episode was it lit up. And then during the pandemic, one of the scenes from it was gay for pay is not okay. So basically he was like catfishing gay men for money.
Oh, fuck.
And I would catch, one of my homegirls wanted to tee me up with him on some freak shit, but she was using her photos and we were going to eventually get to like a threesome or something. And then, cause they both have premium OnlyFans too. But
are you bisexual?
I'm not in. I don't know. It looks like a little alien or something. But I don't know. Like I watch.
But
I
would
love
you have
watching
a
straight
threesome
porn.
with like a girl and a guy if you didn't have to touch
listen,
the girl?
Yes. If the guy was taking it out of her and putting it to me and then taking it out of me and putting it, yeah, that sounds fun, but he has to change the condom. But yeah, so that would be fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
It is fun, right? I feel you. I was like a lesbian for like
but I've thought about trying to eat like a vagina, but I don't know.
I'm not into it either.
Like I love sucking dick, so it's like why not try that? But it's the inside. Well, I like eating. No, fuck it.
Okay. I mean, I feel you. Like when I was lesbian, like I had to be drunk as fuck to like eat my girlfriend out.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like,
that's like straight men with me. That's like straight men with me. They have to be drunk, and when they're drunk, they just want to come, and after they come, they just leave, and then they're not gay anymore.
Oh right. Well, I guess I must have been drunk for 4 years. Shit. But yeah, I feel you. I definitely more like on the dick side. I was having dreams of like fucking my ex like every morning, and I'd wake up feeling guilty because my girlfriend's right there. I'm like, oh my god, I'm not gay.
Shit.
Oh my god, I'm not gay anymore.
Unless your girlfriend had lots of money, and then she could distribute.
Yeah, definitely not.
But no, TV shows, Catfish. I got on the next season after, because networks care about viewers and ratings and going viral. Right. So after my episode went viral on TikTok, they called me, hey, do you have are you having any issues right now? I was like, wait, oh shit, okay, yeah, well actually I think I'm being catfished. Oh, let's do another show. So I got my spin-off show. I was the first person that was non-virtual after pandemic of 2 years this past season. And
so you did two catfish
episodes, and then when I was younger, I was on the X Factor show, the singing show with Britney Spears and Simon Cowell.
Okay, yeah, the X Factor. Okay,
yeah, that was my younger days, and so I did other little shows that didn't get greenlit.
Okay.
And but currently I have an episode of Dr. Phil coming out, and then a Judge Mathis is coming out soon. Those are like really cute little kikis.
Wait,
yeah.
Dr. Phil?
Dr. Phil, I went crazy on. Bad Baby's gonna be like, catch me what?
Outside.
Huh? I'm trying to be like, you girl, you made 50 million off OnlyFans.
Wait, how the fuck did you get on Dr. Phil?
Oh, he called me from okay, so it had to do with catfishing. So it's because it's the same network, Viacom. Okay. So they're on CBS. So he's on CBS, and they're like, hey, we heard you were oh my god. He said Dr. Phil's people said, we heard you were getting catfished by a famous rapper a gay rapper who slid in your DM. And I was like, wait, what? And at this time I thought they said they were Lil Nas X. But the thing is, both of Lil Nas X's blood brothers followed me. So I was like, and then they were just messaging me, sending me pictures and like semi nudes and everything. I was like, oh my god. So I thought I was being catfished by Lil Nas X, but it wasn't him. It was this boy who catfished me and 3 other people. And so we all had a big squabble, and Dr. Phil. It was insane.
Oh my God, when is that coming out?
We never know. We never know.
Well, I'm definitely staying tuned for that because that sounds really interesting.
And then I did an MTV relationship show 2 months ago that's going to be out soon. It's called My Secret Relationship. MTV's Help, I'm in a Secret Relationship. And so it had a girl on there that was on One More Chance. Her name is Stormy Maya.
Yes, I know Stormy.
So Stormy had her own episode of that's on right now, but it hasn't aired yet. It's going to air in like 2 or 3 episodes from now.
Okay.
And I was the person who knew about the thing that she was doing behind her man's back. So it got messy, and then MTV comes and interviews me at my twerk session, and I'm getting ready for my show for New York City, and they let me do a rap battle, and it was like really, really lit.
So much fun.
Yeah, like MTV gives me. This is my 3rd show on MTV, so it's like MTV gives me like so much fun and positivity, and like lets me broadcast my talents and all of that.
Good for you. You
So
know
it's
what?
like,
I really admire your strength because just kind of tell me like a little glimpse of like, just you growing up, and like you never know what people go through, you know what I mean, or what like is like the fire under their ass.
But a lot of people don't even give a fuck about the story, so I just keep it to myself.
Do.
No, I'm talking about you do, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that, but we have a cold fucking world, and no one gives a fuck. It's it was what you make of it.
No, I know. I totally, I agree. This is a cold fucking world. People are so cold-hearted and fucking mean, but like I'm sensitive too, and like I care. I want to know like what your fucking struggles were, like why you are the way you are, why you handle things the way you do, and like what you went through, because it shapes who you are.
Oh, exactly.
And it shapes everything that you do. So like, for me growing up, I grew up pretty toxic, and I didn't realize I was toxic until I was like, oh fuck, I'm toxic as fuck. And then I found like my healing. I was like, no, I don't want to be like that. I want to be, centered and balanced and like all these things. But you have to go through shit and to learn yourself. You have to hit rock bottom to like come back up. So I admire that, and I care. That's like why when I bring people on here, I want them to like, I want people to get to know you.
Yeah.
Not just like the whole TV thing. I want to talk about you as a person.
No, definitely. So for like, as you were saying, like for me, like my struggle that I went through, it was really like the music and the music, and then watching people's stories that are artists going from nothing or creating something of having nothing, losing their mom and dad,
making $1 out of 15 cents, like Tupac said.
Right. Like having like, they're living out of the Bronx and coming from the Queens and
like
South
when Cardi
Central
B was like, I used to be in the P's, now I'm secure with a gate. I was like, hey, that's tight. I feel it. People do. The struggle
I'm
really
sorry.
does.
I really love Nicki Minaj, but yeah.
Oh shit.
I mean,
okay, we can argue.
Cardi's great. Cardi's a great artist, but Nicki is the queen for many summers.
I mean, Nicki definitely is queen.
Winners.
She definitely said it, but like, she has no personality. Do you ever see her on live and making funny videos?
She had multiple personalities.
Yeah.
What did you miss like the last 10 years? Like she did it already.
Where's she been for the last 10 years? Homie?
No, she killed the game. Now she
kills the game, but
Nicki
Cardi
allowed the rest of the girls to come through.
Listen, Cardi has a personality. I mean, I like them both.
But Cardi is is a new era. Nicki killed it for so many years and had Roman and Rosa and Fairy Godmother, like
I know, but you would never see her like just being funny and silly and being her who Nicki really is.
Because Nicki's probably had to endure hate. She's had to endure all this hate, so it's probably made her like, she's got to build this strong wall and not give a fuck.
I feel that too. I definitely do, because there's been times where I was a funny ass bitch. Like I was class clown in 8th grade. Okay, I was fucking homecoming queen in my senior year. Like I was funny as shit. After I got on TV, like I stopped being like me. And I was like, oh my God, I wouldn't post a picture that I looked ugly in, even though if it was funny. But back in the day, I would.
Yo, I will show up in a bodysuit. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks.
Now I don't care. I got over it. Over it, but it took me some time to get over it because I was just so worried about what people thought about me. But fuck that shit. Like,
oh no, like literally, everybody had something to say. That's like everything that I wore on the show, or like every red carpet we did, or even our promo shoots. They're always like, oh, William the fattest, and I was like, actually, it's the baddest with the fattest, but keep going. Correction. But it's like thank you so much, because it's like I'm not fat, I'm just a little thick, and it's like, if I can't dress how I want to dress and be who I am, what's the point of even doing any of this?
Right, and as long as you're confident in you, who gives a fuck?
And
like,
it's
I see some real big bitches out there wearing a
killing
two-piece,
killing it,
and they're acting like they're beautiful, and I'm like,
it's
good for them, good for them, and I like that. I really do. Like some people will look at them like, ew, but why is she wearing that?
Exactly.
And it's like, if she's fucking happy, let her be happy.
Right. If my ass is out, if my crack is out, like I don't care. If you see my tuck or any of those things that are supposed to be going on while I'm wearing these suits, I don't
ask you a question about the tuck.
Wait, what? How does that go?
How do you tuck it?
Well, I mean, there was one time I dressed as like, a female, but it was for a music video and I put some tape on it. But literally, I just
taped like your actual skin on your dick?
No, I put some plastic on it first, like a little, like
so
a
it
piece
doesn't
of a
like rip your
Walmart bag
shit
or
off?
something. Yeah, I don't know how the drag queens do it. I'm not into that. But I like to have fun. Like, so if anything that makes me money, I'm down to do it.
Right.
I'm not saying like I want to be, a woman or a female
Right,
or any
just
of those
for
things.
fun.
And I don't have anything against people. That's your decision. My best friend is transgender. But it's like, that was fun to talk. I'm talking about like if I'm doing like an OnlyFans video and I don't want my things, I'll just put like a jock strap on it and just cuffs it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I put everything in a cuff. So when I wear like a onesie, I'll have it in a cuff. Like my jock strap has a.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those underwears that like just kind of
just
squeeze it all together.
Yeah, squeeze it together.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I was on Bad Girls 10 in Atlanta, so that's the gay capital of America, right?
Who is Sin City? You think Vegas is Sin City for y'all, baby? Don't bring me to Atlanta. Don't
Bro,
let me eat the fried chicken or
I don't
peach
know
cobbler,
how
bitch.
many gay guys me and Shannon made out with, and like they were like some like big, like you thought they played for the NFL, and I'm like, you are gay, like what the fuck? So me and her, like our thing was like try to like turn them straight every time we went out. It was like our thing. So I don't know how many gay guys I made out with, but I did. I definitely did. I love them. I love them. I love my gay people. I can't
go there without having fun. It's just that's why everyone's like, if you moved to Atlanta, you would stand out, and you would. I mean, there's a lot of haters there, but you would stand out and all of that. I'm like, listen, I would go there and have lots of sex and forget about what I was there to do. So I need to not be there.
See, not me. I'm like, I don't want people to be like, oh, I hit that. So I just stay private, or I only sleep with people that are like, that don't know nobody, or nobody knows them, or they have to be like high profile.
Oh no, they can say they fucked me. I don't care.
Oh no, not for me. That's my only ego that I have.
But the one thing they can't say is that they fucked me for free. So let's clear that up.
Oh, so you're a hoe.
Baby, I'm not a hoe. I'm a paid hoe. Okay, don't judge me.
Paid hoe.
Don't judge me. You fuck for free. I get bills paid before I leave, baby.
Oh shit, I guess that makes me a free hoe.
Oh, it's okay. We can work on it, babe. We'll talk to Bree and she can give you some lessons.
Oh fuck. My thing is this. It's like, if you're not buying me a house and I don't want to fuck you, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, there are times when I turn on Grindr or something and like some trade. Well, trade is like a gay guy that's like, or a straight guy that like looks, straight and he just wants the nut. Yeah. So, I mean, those are times that are fun times. Or I'm walking down the street like right now and then some like sexy ass ball player walks by and they're like, oh, well, and they see my big booty and I'm like, my big booty. And they're like, why? And I'm like, yeah.
Damn, I should have got paid from a few people then.
Well, I mean, we can go back.
But I'm like, no, but the thing is like, I'm not like a host. I'm like, I actually wanted to do it because I wanted to do it, like genuinely wanted.
Well, I mean,
to
I do want to do it too, but like it's a release, so it's like a bank, it's like an ATM. So it's then, if you put something in me, I want to take something out of you. So it's like, yeah.
I know, right? Well, some people owe me some bread.
They do. Well, baby, give us their numbers. I will show you how to do it. We'll show up. If the girlfriend's there, we'll just get a bat and say, hey, we need a little, talk, So it's fine.
Right? What the fuck? This one ball player did hit me up, and he was like, hey, you want to go to this? Can I fly you out to wherever the fuck they live? I'm not gonna say because I don't give away the team.
Oh yeah, I've been
for
through that
an
before.
Orgy, right? And I'm like, bro, like like I'm like people know me, like I'm not like the fuck I'm about to just go in and like fuck other people, like what the fuck? And like I told him 10K, and then he said he was broke. I'm like, how the fuck are you broke? You're in the NFL. He's like, most NFL players are broke, and like I looked it up. He probably
spent all that advancement.
I looked it up, and most people are really not like as.
Oh, they're not the main.
They buy their house.
Maybe after.
They buy their houses and their cars, and like basically everything's gone. Yeah, and they only get like a certain amount every like whatever. But we're not talking about that.
Yeah, no. Look. So like I've had experience with like rappers and ball players and stuff, but like I would never say the names or whatever because I just sign NDAs. I wouldn't do that. And also,
I didn't sign shit. I don't. Hey, listen, guys. I don't need to sign an NDA to keep my mouth shut. I'm that bitch.